I would say to be liked by everyone, just try not to be liked by everyone.
Yeah, be yourself.
Just be
Be yourself, authentic.
Yeah, authentic, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it's okay.
Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of the MackZaddy podcast.
Woo.
We are lucky enough to be here at Global Grand Prix with Olivier Massart.
Very special guest. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Hello everyone.
Yes. This is actually very cool because you do a lot for the community. Did you get an award at the Open too?
Oh yeah, did you get something?
No, I don't think so. One day.
He was presenting the award.
We did.
Oh, that was so funny.
We gave away awards.
That was so
my goodness.
good.
Just so everyone needs to go to the Open, just so you can experience these guys talking about the Open. I'm not sure if it was the French Open or the US Open.
We had to talk a little bit in French because we were so many.
Yeah,
I loved
so
it.
good.
You guys ran the Open for. That was cool.
I think we were like 150
yeah,
Frenchies.
it was awesome.
Close.
Yeah,
I love
it's
it.
huge.
Robert's like, we'll give you a moment to keep cheering. And I was like, yeah, fucking keep cheering. Keep cheering.
Yeah, it's more like maybe a football stadium atmosphere. Like they were all crazy with the jackets and stuff.
It
love
was
it.
so good. I love that.
You guys look like you're at the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was so good.
Speaking of the Open, you have the French Open, correct?
Yes. Every year in May.
Mm-hmm.
In May.
And you have other events as
You
well.
ran 5 events.
Yeah. So I'm helping my wife Virginie and her brother Arnaud to run Westin Lyon in March, basically in Lyon, and then we go in May with the French Open, and then into rolling swing also in Lyon in beginning of September. And then we have another week of social event in the Alps, July time, and then the last one, sounds good. And then another event, Westies Angels in Lyon in November.
Wow.
That's so many.
Every 2 months.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we get bored.
Yeah, that's fair.
And do you run like socials?
So on socials will be in Lyon every Wednesdays at Virginie's Dance School.
Like just dance party?
Yeah, after the social workshops classes.
Okay.
Yep.
And then every Wednesday in Lyon is, I think, the place to be there.
Lyon sounds like there's a lot. Like you guys are very lucky.
Yeah.
I feel like you have everyone in Lyon.
Yeah.
Just everyone is right there.
Yeah, many pros are living there. We don't see each other that often because, of course, we travel. But
Yeah.
How big is Lyon? Like if you were to travel from one side to the other?
I think it's not so big. Like it's, let's say they call it like the small Paris.
Okay.
It's like, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes to cross the city.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you just got everyone in that 45
that's
minutes.
it. I mean,
That's awesome.
the neighborhood is big.
That's great.
But yeah, it's a nice city. I mean, we were one of the first cities with Paris to start West Coast Swing in France.
Cool.
Very cool.
Cool.
And then it kept growing.
So you run Wednesday night socials, 5 events. How many classes are there a week?
Only at Virginie's Dance School, it's like maybe 6 levels of West Coast Swing classes.
Only six levels.
Only 6 levels.
We have like
And then that's one
3.
dance studio. I would say
That's one studio too.
I think
insane.
it's around between maybe 10 and 15 dance studio in Lyon.
In Lyon.
Wow.
In the 45 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
Fuck
like
yeah.
Every kilometer there is a dance school. And
That's awesome.
And we all
Work together. Yeah, that's good.
They do Tuesday, we do Wednesdays.
That's cool.
So cool.
That's very cool. How do you find people like don't have enough money to do it?
You mean
Like the students?
The students?
All the teachers, even like the people that are running the schools. Like
I think they are doing all right.
Yeah.
Virginie's dance school is also multi-dance. So they do hip hop, they do
Cool.
rock and roll, jive,
cool.
jazz, ballet.
Sick.
Yeah, nice.
And our main thing now, as you could see at the Open, is bringing the kids.
Yes.
So-
the juniors. Oh, my
goodness.
goodness. The juniors and all the just the rising stars, and it's just ridiculous. It's
We're
so
gonna
good.
look so bad
In 10 years.
Yeah, in 10 years.
10 years, pretty much, yeah.
In 10 years, these guys are gonna be
They're gonna take over.
like the best future ever.
I mean, we started when we were kids, so we think that this is the way to go if we want to keep building good dancing, good dancers with a good mentality, and we're doing all right. Like every Tuesday, Wednesday, they have every week they have 2 times an hour and a half of workshop.
Okay.
So 3 hours a week. It's not that bad for them.
How did you get the kids in the first place? Is it parents?
Parents first, dancers, parents.
Gotcha.
And then as soon as we see a hip hop boy doing well, we say, hey, let's try.
I love it. I love it.
Or jazz young lady. She, okay, let's try. The first thing we do is maybe after they learn the basic, we try to match them so they could, let's do a routine for the school gala.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
For the school show, and they love the costume. They love the.
Well, like in the first year.
Yeah,
Wow.
directly.
Just straight in.
That's so good.
Yeah.
We took it's really hard to find a partner for no, you know what? It's not hard to find a partner. It's hard for people are picky about their partner. And you know what? When you first start, if you're in the first year, you're not picky. Because you just
want to do anything.
Everyone's learning.
Yeah,
We're all learning.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome. That's so good.
Our juniors are babies. So we have babies now.
Oh, literally.
We literally have babies, but that's it.
It's really cool to see that
there's no teenagers.
There's a lot of babies that you know that are going to be amazing in the future.
Yeah.
But they're not at the age to really start dancing.
And did you see Leandro this weekend?
Oh.
This little one is just
10 years old.
10 years old.
Goodness.
And how old was she?
I think same thing. Same.
They're both 10.
11, yeah.
That routine was incredible.
Yeah.
So we had a 10-year-old. What's his name? You say it.
Leandro.
Leandro. Oh.
And that's Lionel and Amandine's son.
Yes.
And their routine was freaking amazing.
They live in Grenoble, which is like an hour from Lyon. And Grenoble, this city, and Lyon, we work together a lot for the kids. And this year again, Grenoble, juniors beginner workshop, September start the season, and they had 30 couples of juniors.
Oh wow!
Whoa!
So I'm
whoa!
We need to bring more parents
so
next year at the Open
good.
to take care of them.
Yeah. Oh wow!
You're gonna have to have because that responsibility is a big responsibility.
It's a lot,
Yeah.
but we
Yeah.
like it.
But
Because I like to drink. And I like to be a bit crazy. So I would worry
no one is leaving their children.
No one's leaving. Yeah, I am the child.
I already have one to look after, so I don't need any more.
But I mean, I would try be on my best behavior. But that's a big responsibility.
It is because I mean it's still an adult community. We are dancing in hotel when basically the hotel room is really close. So we want to have a safe place for them. Every weekend we travel with them. I try at the mic to speak to the dancers, to let them know that they are also their parents. So they have to have an eye on them. And let us know if you see anything wrong or
good.
So
that's cool.
So far so good.
That's good. So it's not just one or two people looking after. It's a whole community.
Yeah. Everybody know their names. They've been all there for 2 years, 3 years already. So
I love that. Because I mean, when did you start dancing? How old were you?
I am 40. I'm gonna turn 41.
Hey, let's go!
Hey,
New Year's Eve. I will be.
New Year's Eve.
Hey.
New Year's Eve.
Oh, well, let's party.
Yes.
Let's party.
And I started at 7 by doing rock and roll boogie woogie.
Cool.
Did a lot of competition in this until my 20s. World Championship, big things.
Yeah.
And then I discovered Lindy Hop in the States.
Okay.
And then it was I did my first OST convention in Sacramento, and it was a Lindy Hopper friend told me, you should go to this event. It's not Lindy Hop, different music, but you should like it because of your boogie woogie background.
Your style.
Yeah. And I said, okay, I'll try. So I went there. joining the novice Jack and Jill without knowing the basic pretty much. I knew it was 6 count like boogie woogie and a little bit of 8 count like.
You kind of got a whip.
Yeah, I knew the whip. So.
Oh, it's amazing.
And then basically I won. And
You won!
And then one funny story is after that competition, after the awards, Buddy Schwimmer.
Oh yes.
Buddy Schwimmer came to me.
Buddy.
And then he told me, hey kid, good job. Next time, let's try West Coast swing. I'm like, okay, boss. That's funny. I always remember that.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then it was
That's so good.
2005, 2004, 2005, and that's the year where Jordan and Tat started to come over to France.
Okay.
And
2005 was the first time that they were.
2004 maybe. 2004.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it was already a little bit of West Coast in England, but 2004, 2005 in France. So with Maxence, we took the beginner class with them, 2005, let's say, and then the next year, the event promoter told us with Maxence, "Hey guys, I need more teachers for the same event the next year. Would you like to teach?" We were like, we were in level 1 last year. Do we have to teach level 5 after Jordan and Tad now? And basically, we had to do that because there was no other teachers.
Yep.
I love it.
So that's the way we push ourselves.
Yeah. Cool.
To start the thing.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
Can I ask, everyone starts for a different reason. So, for example, I started because I was bribed into, I wanted a birthday party. My parents are split, so I wanted to have a birthday party, and my mum and my stepdad always threw the birthday parties. And she's like, if you want a birthday party this year, go ask your dad. So I asked him, and he goes, you can start dancing and then I'll throw you a birthday party.
Oh, that's nice.
That's the way I got into partner dancing.
Good deal. Yes.
It worked out well for me.
He didn't like the deal. At
I
the
hated
time.
it.
He thought it was
I hated it at the time. But I loved it after I did it.
Yeah.
And people were very supportive. And I knew the people already. Like, what was your... And it's funny because you have so many juniors. But and sure, like, in mine... Is it their first partner dance, maybe?
Yeah.
So,
pretty much.
And, like, when you first started dancing, did you have, like, resistance? Or...
Oh yeah, my first classes, I was going to the restroom, to the toilets, like 50% of the class. Like, oh, sorry, I need to go. I was waiting. Okay, maybe I should come back. But I didn't feel so comfortable until the time where I saw
I love that.
the best dancer in my local community, and I was like, oh, this dude is looking so cool. With this young lady, like it's so cool. I was doing soccer, and I was like completely different world.
Right.
And but I loved it. Usually my friends thinks that maybe
you're gay.
Yeah, when boys are dancing, especially when you go to the soccer training, they said, "Oh, you're the dancer.
Yeah.
But actually, they were like impressed by me going to dance, and then right after going to the game. And
nice. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Lots of skills.
Right.
And
Two.
Soccer and
that's
dance.
it. That's it.
And you go to the flash mob each year.
Yes,
We
do.
love that.
We do.
We do
Yeah.
it in Brisbane.
You do?
Yeah, we
Yes,
didn't
we
didn't
do.
post this year's
Okay.
one.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
did it at a convention. It was a salsa, bachata,
Oh, nice.
zouk, contemporary, like a bunch of dances, and we did it as a showpiece.
Yes.
But
that's fun.
we filmed it and we haven't posted it yet.
I know we used to do that.
I mean, that's really the purpose, the reason why we did it. It was just for other communities to promote the West Coast swing, and it
I love
worked. It worked.
How did you go on that idea?
Yeah, it was you and Virginie that came up with that idea?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. In 2014, with a friend of us, we said, okay, to promote our new season in September at Virginie's Dance School, we need to go out in the city, main square, and show off. And then we did this routine, and then we sent it to some friends in Paris, south of France, and say, oh, why do we just upload it on YouTube, and then let's see if people like it.
Yeah.
So now we stuck to do it every year. We are.
It's so good.
We love it.
Yeah.
There was a part during like COVID there
Yes.
that it stopped, and we're like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
And then you started again, and we're like, hey, so this is awesome. Back when before COVID, we were learning it.
Yeah.
My dad would teach it after learning it from you guys, from YouTube and stuff. And then,
That's funny.
and now we're teaching it. It's funny seeing the progression and stuff like that.
No, we're still impressed. Like every year we see new cities, new countries, new islands, or really small islands, and we're like, oh, okay.
You started that shit.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's so cool. So cool.
Who do you think have been like your biggest influences in West Coast Swing for yourself?
You mean top pros? No.
They could be pros or just people.
You could say when you first started, who was your biggest influence when you first started, or like to now, who's your biggest influence?
For sure. Our beginning, it was Jordan and Tat, Kyle and Sarah, Benji, Parker and Jess, all these guys. We went for the first time 2005 to the Open. I think I even did perform showcase there without knowing again. So much was big. I did my rock and roll stuff. Looks so stupid. I don't want to see the video. I hope it's not somewhere.
So there's a theme here. You just need to convince people to do something before they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Exactly. I had no
Here's
fear.
a number, put it on and go dance.
Yeah. It was crazy.
That's never happened to any of us before.
Exactly. And then...
And then who would you say your biggest influence is now?
Now? Oh, so many. Many. I mean,
it's hard to choose.
It's hard to choose. Like we love to work as we did the team at the Open. We love to work with Maxime, with Maxence, Emeline, Jakub, Thibaut, Nicole. Like the way we practiced the team, it was only a few days we had together.
Really?
A few days?
Oh, 3 days.
Oh,
3
wow.
days. That's it.
You guys suck.
we didn't have the chance to meet Thibaut before the Open.
Because you guys are all traveling.
Yeah.
So you just like send each other videos and learn?
Oh, right.
Yeah, it was all remote.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So it was doable, but the only 3 days we had such a good time, like because we don't have the chance anymore to meet enough. It was so easy when we had the song and we were like, what do we do on this part? And then everyone was trying a little bit on their own, and then after 10 or 15 minutes, okay, Maxence, what do you have? Maxime, what do you have? And we just picked our favorite one.
I love it.
Without ego, and it was so nice. Like
that's awesome.
So nice to work.
Because there's been times that we've had stuff in Australia, the same thing.
Oh,
and for those of you out there that might even be listening to it, you know who you are. I've been a part of it. There's a lot of cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cooks in the kitchen. And everyone's so good. Like, you guys are all so good. Like, you got people that are so amazing, and like the whole routine was amazing, and the formation changes. And if you haven't seen it, US Open 2024.
It's not on YouTube yet. Working on it. But
when it comes out.
Yeah, when it comes out.
Oh my goodness.
It's a team routine. There were what, 4? Were there 4 teams?
It was, I think, 4 teams this year.
Yeah, 4. Just look for the ones in the black and red.
Yeah. Gaga, ooh la la.
Ooh la la.
That was so
good.
good. It was great. Well, you couldn't. It didn't look like you had got together for 3 days before that.
It looked like you guys had I mean, you guys are already all amazing, so it looked it looked amazing.
But you don't want to see what the first rehearsal on Wednesday at the Open was so crap. so bad.
I walked in on.
Oh, you did?
I walked in on, was it Friday night?
He's like, that was okay.
It started to be something.
And then I saw all of you guys outside, and I'm like,
something's
what's up, everybody?
going on
Hey,
here.
everyone. Hey. You were outside. It's the first time we met each other. I was like, I've seen you all over YouTube and everything. Nice to finally meet you. And I walk in, I'm like, what are you guys doing? We're all just hanging out.
Yeah, that's it.
And then I walked in because I was supposed to help set up the ballroom, and I was late. But that you guys all walk in, I'm like, what's happening here?
They're up to
This looks fun. I want to be a part of this. I want to be a part.
We definitely want to do it one more time.
Yeah. Oh,
It was
please.
very cool. Yeah.
If we can.
What about a juniors team routine?
Oh, we have one. We have one already.
Yes.
We didn't want to push them too much during the event because they
Already had a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
their own routine. But I think they already did maybe 3 or 4 teams.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, for Westin Lyon, for French Open.
Yeah.
They always have a team, and they love it. Yeah.
Okay, so my biggest question is, like, for myself, this isn't for anybody else, but, like, how do you juggle all of this? Like, and
Kids.
how many kids do you have?
We have two kids with Virginie, 4 and 9 years old.
4 and 9 years old.
The 9 years
You
old.
run 5 events.
dancing, yeah.
You travel the world.
Europe mainly.
You travel Europe. You
wish
create
we-
the flash mob. You do team routines.
Yeah, it's a lot. I think we need. I don't want to slow down, but we need to ask for some help a little bit if we want to keep doing as much.
Right.
But so far we don't feel like we tired too much or.
That's awesome.
So far we keep
Fuck
going.
yeah.
Let's see.
I think coming from my angle, like, we have full-time jobs.
Yes.
So that's where it's like,
Oh.
you have to, like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Did you ever have a full-time job before you danced or during?
Never.
Ah, fuck you.
Are you joking?
Oh my god. So you started when you were like 7
Yes.
and
I
you just
finished-
like continued dancing.
Yeah, exactly. I finished school. I did.
This is Mackenzie.
Oh my goodness.
I did foreign trade for foreign commercial like trading.
Oh, like stocks?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Until my 21, I did study that, and then I wanted to start this job, and then the first couple of months we get some contracts, some gigs, some shows, some teaching a little bit, and it was more and more. The first year after my school, after the university, I'm like, okay, maybe I don't need to
That's so
to do
good.
something else than dancing.
Did you live with your parents for...
Until my 20s, yes. 21, I left. So I'm from Belgium.
Yep.
And then when I was 25, I left Belgium to Lyon to then, because I tried to start the community in Belgium.
Okay.
And then all my friends, Maxime, Maxence, Arnaud, were in Lyon, and I'm like, I told my students, guys, I love you guys, but I think I need for my dancing to move to Lyon, and they were a bit sad, but
Yeah.
Fine.
Maddie's the same. So she's originally from Perth, WA,
Okay.
It's like
western
west
side
side.
of Australia, which is more isolated, but it's a bigger part of Australia.
all right.
But it's more isolated from the rest of the other states that have more West Coast swing.
Indonesia is closer than going to Sydney. Like, so,
Crazy.
yeah,
Yeah,
going
yeah, yeah.
somewhere else in Australia is further
Wow.
away than going to Asia.
Alright.
Yeah.
So Maddie moved to Brisbane, and like she had a West Coast swing scene over there, and then moved to Brisbane, and like a lot of Australian people have left, not left, but like tried to make it in the States or in Europe, and make a career out of it because it's so desirable. People want, like, it's a passion, it's a drive,
It's exciting.
it's a
There's so much
beautiful.
here.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Good.
But then after all the debt that we take to get over and show our face or do all that sort of stuff, it's a little bit more like when you get back, the dance scene doesn't pay it off.
Yeah.
The reputation or the amount of wins or the amount of first place, it doesn't matter if it's the US Open or whatever it is.
Of course.
Doesn't pay for food and
Yeah.
stuff.
It's a bit
So-
because the community is so small in Australia. It's
Yeah,
just
which
harder.
is fine. But it's amazing because I think of Mackenzie when you talk about, you know Mackenzie.
Yes.
And, yeah,
Yes.
so Mackenzie, I think about him like not having a job, but like doing well through dance and like progressively getting there, which is the same as what we were doing and
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and more. But then because we have a job, it's like, and we also have a house and we want to have kids. It's like scary as fuck.
It is.
the juggling.
We have some friends, Alan and Alexandra. They did classic also this year, and they're really at the same spot as you are. They still have a full-time job, and they were like, "Is it too risky to quit?" But at the same time, they so want to quit and so want to only dance.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's tough. So I didn't have
You didn't have to make the
that problem.
decision.
I didn't have to.
It's okay.
But
Yeah.
Everyone has a
We got
different
lucky.
story. I like
Yeah,
it. I
yeah.
like it because there's
No, we
many
got
other
lucky.
people that have been like dancing saved their lives
yeah, for
and
sure.
all sorts of things.
Sure.
So it's cool to hear.
Yeah, no, I think we were lucky to be, let's say, in the beginning of the European community with Maxence, with Maxime. We
Yeah.
were kind of the first one to push the thing.
You kind of grew together at the
Yes.
same time.
You guys have
Yeah.
changed the world, like
Yeah.
like the world, because it's
Like Leon specifically has had a massive
Yeah.
impact.
True.
It's very cool.
like
Very
you
cool.
got the flash mob, which promotes West Coast swing in every different country around the world, no matter if they have 4 dancers that do West Coast swing, and then you've got Maxence. I think is probably the first person I saw, and that like I was like, oh, what is going on here? This is different, and the different moves,
Yes.
with the
Yes.
breaking the bones thing and stuff like that. But
Very
like,
Maxence.
it's crazy how, and like Yakub and Emmeline
Yeah.
with their
Unique
a
style.
different style again.
Yeah.
It's like you guys really embrace it and have built something really cool and special. And I think that's what I'd love to. People always talk about America and Europe and the difference between the two. What would you say the difference is?
I think.
With the dancing.
Yeah.
I think because we work so much in our dance studios, and we do teach a lot weekenders for different dance studios in different cities. The system of a season in Europe, in France, from September to June. So students, they will commit themselves. They will pay the fee from September to June.
Oh,
So it basically they have to be there every week.
yeah, you went.
So,
Yeah,
where in the States, I think sometimes you pay for a workshop and a social, and then maybe 2 weeks after you come back, and then you take a little break. It's a little bit like
right.
in your
Kind of like Australia.
Right.
They're a bit
You
more
have-
similar to America.
to America.
In Australia, you can
Yeah.
rock up to one class.
Oh, we don't do drop off class. We
Yeah.
don't do that.
Yeah.
So you have to be signed up. It's September. You
And
cannot
you
start
sign up
West Coast Swing.
for a season.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I ask how much it is for
Yeah,
a season?
It would be around between 300 and 400 euro
Yep.
for 35 weeks of teaching, 1 hour,
Ooh.
something like that. Paris is a little bit more expensive.
Yeah.
Every,
Of course,
but it's
of course.
supply and demand, and like there's
yeah.
lots of dance styles out there. Like every country has got a different price on it.
But
That's-
this
that's what it
system
is.
really works because when they start level 1, they push themselves to go to level 2. When they are in level 2, they don't want to stay in level 2 the
No.
next season. They are eager to go to level 3. So they
Yeah.
push themselves every time.
Yeah.
We try to get level 3 at the end, level 3 students at the end of the last 10 minutes of level 2 classes to join the level 2 to make them dance. And then we have a little social afterwards. And this system, I think, works pretty well.
Do you ever find people wanting to move up sooner than their season is finished?
Sometimes.
But you have to finish this.
Usually they have to
Before you-
finish
yeah.
because we know, okay,
Yeah.
the first 2 months we're going to work on technique and musicality and whatever.
Yeah.
But I think this system, like now we open WSDC novice class, WSDC intermediate class. So now it keeps growing and growing, and they all want to take classes to shine in the competition, to get more
Yeah.
points. And like,
Actually, this is a big thing that I want to ask. What do you focus on from the very, very beginning? Because there's something about Europe that I think is special. And I want to know what you do to make that happen. I don't want to say what it is because I don't want to be like...
some people talk about the French connection. I don't think there is a French connection to me, but
There's a European connection.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
So French, European...
Yeah.
yeah,
okay
yeah.
for France.
I
I'd say.
think one little detail would be aspect would be that, especially as a French-speaking person, I know that we are not good in English. So
I'm not good at English.
Nah.
It's my only language.
But because of that, maybe we don't hear the song the same way, and we don't want to play the song the same way when we start. We like the melody, but we don't know what the singer is talking about.
Yep.
80% of the French dancers,
Right.
all right? So musicality would maybe come a little bit later.
Right.
So in the first year, maybe we focus a lot with the body movement and then connection and then being accurate with the way of stepping. And then maybe musicality comes a little bit after. I think there's a big difference when top dancers go to America. They travel to US, they say, oh, they're so musical over there. I'm like, yeah, they know the language.
They know
Yeah.
the language, yeah.
We can play with the accent, but again, the language is something. But when the American dancer comes to Europe, they said, oh, the connection is so good.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a little bit of that.
There's,
I don't
maybe
think
that's
it's
why.
the only reason,
Okay.
but maybe.
So it's not like you purposefully focus on connection. It's more that you, like, to...
You delay the musicality part,
Yeah.
so it naturally becomes more of a focus to get the connection.
Do you feel like you delay the musicality, or you just focus on a different point of musicality?
Maybe that's it. Maybe
Yeah.
that's it. Maybe we work. We like to work a lot with the phrases.
Yeah.
With the melody, with the changes. But
Cool.
maybe that's one reason.
Cool.
Yeah, no, that's
It's always interesting because we hear, like, in Australia, we get either Maxence and Virginie, or
Jem.
Yukum and Aline, or we get
Sean Melissa.
Sean Alyssa, we get
Maybe
Thibault and Nicole,
Yeah.
we get like Jordan Tart, we get
yeah.
like, so American or European.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
are the
Yeah,
those are the,
yeah.
the like, you guys are running the show. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy. Actually,
It is.
You think
It's-
about it, it's crazy.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's so cool, and that's why I want, like, this is like for the world to grow, and I think as communities lead, like, countries leading the world, like, I think it used to be just America.
Yeah,
It's not anymore.
it's not. It's
In
not.
my opinion, it's definitely not
think
anymore. For a while.
Then it's Europe, and now Asia.
Asia is-
So
Asia.
Asia is
Yeah.
now taking off
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
Have you been to any events in Asia?
Not yet.
No, not yet.
One
Not
day.
yet, not yet.
Yeah, not yet. We
will.
will hopefully.
And this is why I love it, because, like, I would love to have, like, and I already think I have an opinion of what Asia's style or
Would be.
It's crazy to think though, because like obviously Singapore was like the biggest and first one to
Yes.
kind of start, but now we have Malaysia, Korea, Taiwan, and China has thousands of West Coast swing dancers.
Really?
Yeah, we didn't know about
That
that.
we didn't know about.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know.
like
Yeah.
they don't travel or go anywhere. But I think we were talking to Chuck at
It
TAP.
could just be cultural,
Yeah.
like.
There's like 3,000 like West Coast swing dancers in China. We're like,
So
what?
this is the first time I've ever been in
Yeah.
Europe. But because I've learned so much from Maxence and Virginie and
Yeah.
like European dancers, people thought I've been to Europe so many times. I'm like, I've never been to Europe. I've never been to Europe. That's why I'm like, I fucking gotta be in Europe. I want to go.
Yeah.
I want to actually go learn from everybody. Like, this is why we want to have such a good conversation with you. And thank you again
Oh,
for
my pleasure.
sitting
My
in here
pleasure.
with us.
So
and
cool. So cool.
everyone will learn so much from this and take so much away. It's and like to build a community and to grow all the event directors, all of the school runners, bringing juniors into the scene. I think I'd love to have that be more of a priority for Australia.
Australasia. I think, yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Next goal. Next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next thing. I think
There's so
there's like, I have another question, and then we also have a fun one to ask you as well.
All right.
So obviously you do tons of events, you run events, but when you're at an event, so you teach, compete, MC, judge.
Yeah.
Do you DJ?
I do when I'm drunk.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
We'll add DJ to that as well.
Vicky, what's your DJ
Can you
name?
perform?
You don't have a DJ name?
No, I don't. I need one.
DJ O.
You do need one.
The O-gasm.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
You know, DJO is also good.
DJO. Maybe
DJO.
enough. Oh.
Just
Dot.
But do you have like a favorite job at events? Like out of those things that you do you have a favorite that you like to do more at all?
I still love the teaching. The teaching is just it feels so easy for Virginie and myself. It's so cool that in France they say that we get hired at the events with Virginie because we're funny.
Yes, you are.
So
Especially we put you and Maxime next to each other.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So we try to really have a good time with the students because 80% of the students, our students, are hobby couple. It's their passion. It's not something they want to be the best at.
I love that.
Yes, it's
I
like
love
a
that.
hobby.
It's a hobby. It's a hobby. So they want to have a good time for 1 hour with you. They want to laugh. They want to learn something. They want to talk with their partners. They want to be comfortable asking questions to the teacher. So we really try not to be there, but be with them. And I think that's, if I would have one advice to the new generation of teachers, that's always our thing. I think we did all our career with a little bit of skills, but a lot of passion for the students.
Yeah.
It takes a lot. Of course, it takes a lot of mental and physical effort to be with everyone. To be kind with everyone. But I think that's our strength, and I think it would be a good advice for the next.
And you felt it. You felt it when you were 7 years old, probably. People encouraging you and motivating you and helping you, and then giving that back. Is it?
I mean, I think I knew it already. That would be my life job, because when I was getting in the class, I was actually, every time I was impressed by the teacher. I was not so much impressed about the dance. I love the dance, but I was impressed by the way the teacher talked to us, get us to some point, and I was like, oh, I like this teacher. And then when I started Lindy Hop, I traveled a lot. I followed Kevin and Carla. They were the top Lindy Hoppers back in the days, in the 2000 years, and I went to all their classes, and I was like, okay, they're so cool, because they can teach anything to anyone.
Yeah.
And that was
That's a skill. It's a very that's a skill to be able to do that.
Yeah.
For sure.
So that's it.
To be liked by many people is difficult.
Yeah.
It's
To still
difficult.
Because it's
be influential, but also liked by majority everyone.
Yeah.
I think I would say to be liked by everyone, just try not to be liked by everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, be yourself.
Just be
Be
yourself.
yourself. Authentic.
Yeah, authentic,
Yeah.
and if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it's okay. There's another
There's
part of the
someone else.
dancing. Yeah.
Someone else that will like it.
Should we go to the Ellie question?
So, we have a fun thing.
All right.
Last year, we tried this thing where we did
like a really fast quiz for each of our guests.
Okay.
We aren't going to do that to you. It's okay. Because
But
A slow quiz. I get a slow quiz.
It was so funny. We did it with Max Lawrence, and he's like, wait, repeat the question, say slower. And we're
yeah,
like, okay.
he's like, oh, we're starting? Oh shit! Wait, my English.
But now what we're doing this year is, so anyone we interview, they have a question for the next person that we interview.
Okay.
It can be completely, it doesn't have to be West Coast Swing related, it can be completely random.
So the last person we interviewed, their question was, and this is super relevant, and this, I don't know if this person knew.
It's relevant because of where we are, which is
where we are right now.
All right.
Yeah.
What is your favorite type of cheese, and how does it relate to West Coast Swing?
All right.
He's bracing himself for this really.
I don't think about the answer. I'm thinking about my question to the other person.
Yeah.
That's okay, you can come back to that.
Okay. My favorite. I'm not such a cheese eater.
But you're from Belgium, I guess.
I'm from Belgium. It's not the best cheese compared to French ones.
But you're like in the area.
I know.
Come on.
If you were to
yes,
have a preferred cheese.
If I were, I would be. My favorite one is called Gouda.
Oh yes,
Gouda. Yes.
Gouda.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
It's not super high quality cheese. But I think a bit maybe a bit like my dancing. You know, it's everyone loves it a little bit. Everyone could eat it, but not everyone is really enjoying it. That could be
That's amazing. I love that. That's perfect.
Voilà. That's
Voila.
voilà.
I love that.
Right.
Great.
I love how you can and you said you were funny before. I agree. Oui, monsieur.
So if you were to ask any random question for our next person,
The next guest, we're
Yeah.
gonna ask this question.
And I don't know who's.
You don't know who's
No.
Of course not.
don't.
No, of course not.
I mean, we know who the next guest is, but you have to wait and see.
Next.
It doesn't even have to be about dancing.
No,
It can be about
I can
cheese.
see that.
But it could also
I mean,
be about dancing.
can we
if you
also
like.
answer this cheese question? My favorite cheese
Oh, yeah.
is cheddar.
Cheddar.
Cheddar
Yeah.
cheese with a bit of garlic in the cheese.
Yes.
But this is Australian cheese.
How do you relate that to dancing?
Yeah, if you link that.
Don't breathe on anybody.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. like the meal we had today.
Yeah.
Oh, so good though.
It was so good. It was so
That was
good. So
delicious.
my question. I need a question. What would be? It's late. I'm thinking about bad stuff. Like
What time is it right now?
I know. I don't know.
You can think of a similar thing if you like. So, what's your favorite something,
Yes.
and how does that relate to dancing or
Yes.
West Coast Swing?
Or the chats that we've had today have been around
Like community and events.
juniors,
Mhm.
building schools, juniors, promoting West Coast Swing around the world, creating a scene other than just America. I feel like it's been community based,
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
True.
and that's why we also came to you, being like, we'd love to interview you,
Yeah.
because I feel like that's been a part of a thing that we've seen.
Maybe the next question would be. So it's gonna be to a pro, right?
Oh, it might be.
Might be. Maybe not.
Most
Maybe a
likely.
promoter. Maybe.
Yeah, it could be anyone. You do you.
Where's your where do you want to go? Where do you want to go to the? If it's another community, another country, where do you want to go, and why?
Cool.
Where do you want to go? As in
To visit, or to dance?
Mm-hmm.
Asia, Europe, States, or South America.
Yep.
Like, what's the next
Africa,
country
or
you want to go
what's the
to?
next- yeah, exactly.
And yeah,
Cool.
To visit.
okay.
Sounds good. All right.
I like
Note
it.
that for next time.
But we're gonna see you in Asia, Australasia. Then I'm assuming.
Yeah, you got to come to our part of the world at some point.
We will. We did Tahiti. We did Tahiti 4
That's,
times.
you did
that's
that?
not. That's not.
That is. What are you talking about? It's not.
Polynesia. It's different.
Asia.
They're
and
still
Japan,
French. They
Tahiti.
still speak
Everyone's
French.
like, it's in the southern
different.
hemisphere.
It's different.
It's all the same.
But next time when you go to the Open, you want to stop half in
Yes.
Tahiti and then go to the
Yeah.
Open.
That's a great idea.
You guys.
Next time.
That's a great
Next
idea.
time. Yeah.
That's a great idea. See,
Ideas.
this is why we do it, to learn for ourselves. Literally, literally. But yeah. Actually, you know what? Real quick,
What?
I know I'm a Vicky what DJ me. I want to promote yourself. Like you said, the
Oh,
events
yes.
that you go to, the classes you run,
Where can
any
people find you?
socials and everything, man. Like,
So
Yeah.
there are maybe three websites to visit. One is FrenchieWestie.com with 2 Y's, FrenchieWestie.com, where you can find Rolling Swing, Westie's Angels, and another one I don't remember.
it's all.
It's all there's 3 of them.
I love that.
Yes. And then you have French Open website, FOWCS.com, and then Westin Lyon, I think it's .com also.
Yep.
So like that, you have the 5 events for us.
Okay.
Is that all
That's
under
Frenchie
if you
Westie.
go to your
Or Facebook,
Instagram, Facebook, right?
Instagram.
And how do you spell your name and all that for everybody?
If you find Frenchie Westie on Instagram, you have
Okay.
all the info.
Cool.
Awesome.
Thanks for your time, Ollie. You're awesome.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.
My
Very-
pleasure.
Thank you guys
Bye,
for
guys.
joining. Bye.
Thank you for watching.